The Primary Arms SLX MP, let's check it out. Optics are a very important part of your rifle. I mean, it makes it really fast to get on target. You can get more precision shots than you can with your irons. Irons are great. You need to learn how to shoot irons. But when you really want to get on target fast, having a good optic is one of the best ways to do that. Now, this is the Primary Arms SLX MP for Micro Prism. It's a brand new offering from Primary Arms. But one of the things about the ACSS, which is the Advanced Combat Sighting System, it is, to me, the best reticle for combat out on the market. I mean, it's very easy to pick up. It has bullet drop built in. I mean, it's just a great range-finding scope, and yet it's just 1x. One of the things they've really done is to mold this optic. I mean, it is a beautiful sight. It's compatible with your ACOG mounts, which makes sense, but there's also a lot of mounting options with this scope. Primary Arms has been a big favorite of a lot of people because of the budget price, and yet it offers a lot of really cool features for the money. And so we really appreciate Primary Arms for sending the SLX MP for this test and evaluation. These are very difficult to get because they're brand new and they're so popular. And we really appreciate Primary Arms for making this video possible. Now, this to me is a big advancement just in the body of the scope itself. It's hard anodized finished aluminum, and it's just got a very molded look to it. Most of your optics from Primary Arms are more angular, and this really brings it in, honestly, more toward an ACOG. And it does fit ACOG compatible mounts. The mounting system to me is one thing too that is just out of the ballpark as far as the number of options, and we're going to look at that. There's a lot of different risers and cantilever options, and so that's really cool. But then it has the standard Picatinny rail at the bottom. You have your spacer. This will actually mount straight to this base. So you've got a lot of options as far as what your setup is, whether it's an AK, an AR, a shotgun, doesn't matter. Now, to me, the biggest thing about this optic is the ACSS reticle, or the Advanced Combat Sighting System. And we'll take a look at detail on that. You have no adjustment cap, so it makes it really easy to be able to adjust this both for windage and elevation. And you can see it's 120 MOA clicks for each in adjustment. Now, one thing too about this optic that sets it apart is the diopter. This can actually focus in the reticle to your eye. And everybody's eyes are different. Obviously, the older I get, the more I need a little bit of help. And this definitely brings it into focus. One thing about red dots a lot of times is that you can't see it. It blooms, you see double. It's just not in focus. And so with this kind of system with the diopter, it just brings it really crisp into focus. And that's important with the ACSS because there's a lot of detail that goes on there. The reticle is also etched. So if you have any problem with the electronics, which I really doubt you will, this will definitely be a big help to have that etched reticle. Now, there are 13 lightness settings, and you have 0. The number 13 is daylight bright, and we're going to look at that. You can see here, but it's not going to focus. I mean, it is bright. When you go the other direction, you're getting your night vision settings, and there are 3, and these are true night vision settings, so you can set this up with your nods. Makes it really excellent to be able to have an optic that'll pick up that without the price that typically comes when you have real true night vision compatibility. Now, it comes with this little rubberized bikini cover, and you can just take this, bring it down, and it'll stay on the optic when it's mounted, and then when you want it, you can just bring it back up. Also, the lens at the front is threaded, so you can put an anti-reflective device on here, and these are available through Primary Arms. And these lenses are coated. I mean, it's just a really nice sight picture. Now you have your battery compartment right here, and we can change this out for a 2032 lithium-ion battery. These are very common for optics. They also have a 29,000 hour battery life on the medium setting, not on the low setting. So this will go for almost 3.5 years without having to change out your battery. It does have the auto live capability, which means it's motion sensing. So if you have this sitting for a certain period of time, it'll shut off and it'll just save your battery. But the big thing about the ACSS is that it has that chevron tip, which I love. It's etched onto the glass, and then you have this circle that goes around. The tip of the chevron is an infinity point, and then from there you can set your bullet drop. All right, guys, here you can see we've got it on the rubber dummy. Nice chevron, daylight bright, and it just shows up really well. Now, even with this front sight tower, it ghosts out with the sight. It actually co-witnesses with the sight. And so you're going to have that chevron tip. You're going to be able to get good, accurate targets, but yet you're going to have that horseshoe to be able to frame in your target as well. So I'm really liking this sight. It's really bright. Now the lines underneath are etched on the reticle. They remain black. But the first line represents 18 inches at 200 yards, and that's really the shoulder width of a man. 300 yards, 400 yards. And the distance between those lines represent a man standing 5 foot 10 inches tall at those various distances from the bottom line. This is great for a shotgun pattern at 25 yards, which is right in the center of the horseshoe. So it's naturally a great sight for your shotgun. Now here on the rifle, it's a small optic. It's just 1X, but again, it has a lot of features, and yet, you know, there's just not a lot going on, and especially with an AR-15 carbine, shotgun, whatever you're using, it's just less bulk. The eye relief is from 2 all the way to 6 to 7 inches, so you can kind of put this on your rail wherever you want to. Now it also comes with a number of different ways you can mount this. Whether it's cantilever, you can adjust the size. You can actually put this down below this spacer. In fact, there are 8 different mounting options, and it comes with all the hardware. So it gives you a lot of capability to set this optic up exactly at the height you want it. Also, it does have the tools, and guys, this little wrench that's been included in a number of Primary Arms optics is extremely handy. It's IP67, which means it's waterproof and dustproof. It's nitrogen filled. It uses the CR2032 lithium-ion batteries, which is industry standard, and it has a lifetime warranty. Now the Cyclops Gen 2 comes in smaller than their previous SLX, and this is the CQB reticle, which is an ACSS reticle. It's large like the Cyclops 2, but with the original Cyclops 1, which is a larger optic in general, it has a fairly small reticle. And while I really like this scope, I'm really preferring the Gen 2 because I really like that little bit larger reticle. You're able to see it a little better. And again, it's smaller. And 2, I mean, the molded finish is just incredible. I mean, it's a very snag-free kind of design. And so, to me, the looks and a lot of the features really set this one apart. And guys, I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about this stock set. This is from Boyd's Gun Stocks, and this is laminated wood. And it just gives a whole different feel to this rifle. Also, Prism scopes are extremely durable. In fact, they've been testing this with 7,000 rounds on a SCAR 17 using 308. And it just holds up really well. We appreciate Fiocchi for sponsoring the ammo, all made in the USA. This is really good shooting stuff. Guys, when it comes to the range, the reticle is definitely daylight bright. I mean, it's very easy to pick up with the chevron in the middle and then the horseshoe on the outside. It's really fast to get on target. And then, of course, you can dial that down according to light conditions. And so it was really easy to pick it up, put it right on target, be able to hit it. I really like, too, that it is a small sight. It's not that big on the rifle. I mean, when you're talking about a small mobile carbine that you want to be able to handle quickly, I really am a big fan of the 1X. You know, and two, with the ranging capability, you can get out to distance, and that's one of the things that kind of takes away, to me, even from a 1-6 or a 1-8. And you can still get on those targets out to 3, out to 500 yards. And this scope will do it. The glass is clear enough, and that's one of the things about it. You need to have good clear glass. We were shooting most of it around 50 yards. We took it out to 100 yards, just shooting steel. It's very easy to hit and get multiple shots very quickly. Then we took it out to 200, and again, we could hit those shots without any issues. And to me, because it's built like a tank, you don't have to worry about it, but if the electronics go out, you still have that etched reticle. Now the price on the SLX MP is $249.99, and you can get that on the Primary Arms website. And guys, if they are taking pre-orders, I suggest you do that if you want one, because Primary Arms optics sell extremely well. And they do offer a lifetime warranty. So guys, if you're looking for a good 1X scope that has the etched reticle, the ACSS is just excellent, and then of course the durability of a Prism scope. To me, if you're looking for a 1X scope, this is one you really should take a look at, no matter what price or quality you're looking for. But again, you should buy a scope that has good, decent quality, because it's very important that it holds up, especially on a self-defense rifle. And again, we do appreciate Primary Arms for sending the SLX MP. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. All made right here. Shoot. Come on, people. But here we have the standard SLX. Shoot. Also has a diopter as well. Oh, dang. I think this is a real winner. Okay. Pair this up. But the number one thing is, it looks really cool.
Really good shot, if I do say so myself.
The Primary Arms XLX, SXL, XXL, XLX.